Welcome to our journey through understanding the signs of a spiritual attack in our lives. There are moments when we feel off balance, not just physically or emotionally, but deeply at the core of our spirit. These moments are not random. They could be signs of a spiritual battle being waged within and around us. Today, we're exploring 10 signs that may indicate you're experiencing a spiritual attack. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards shielding your spirit, healing your heart, and strengthening your faith. Join me as we delve into these indicators, not with fear, but with the courage to face and overcome them, feeling discouraged, defeated, and depressed. Have you ever woken up feeling like you're already losing the day? That heavy cloud of discouragement, defeat, and depression could be a sign you're facing a spiritual attack. This isn't just about having a bad day. It's a persistent shadow that seems to dull even the brightest moments, making you feel isolated and powerless. Recognizing this sign is the first step towards lifting that weight. It's crucial to remember, you're not alone in this struggle. Many people experience these feelings, and their strength in seeking support, whether it's through meditation, prayer, or connecting with a supportive community. Remember, this is a battle you can win. It's about reclaiming your inner peace and standing firm in your spiritual journey. Loss of spiritual desire. Imagine your spirituality as a flame that lights your path and guides you through life's challenges. But what if one day that flame seems to flicker and fade, leaving you in darkness? A sudden loss of spiritual desire can be a glaring sign of a spiritual attack. This isn't just about feeling disconnected from your practices or beliefs. It's about feeling a void where once there was passion and purpose. The key to overcoming this is to acknowledge the emptiness without judgment. Start small, reignite your spiritual flame with simple acts of faith that resonate with you personally. Whether it's reading inspirational quotes, spending time in nature, or just sitting in silence, these acts can help rekindle your spiritual desire. Remember, it's okay to seek help from spiritual leaders or mentors who understand your journey. Reigniting your spiritual desire is a step towards healing and reclaiming your spiritual path. Ever felt a weariness that goes beyond mere physical tiredness? A kind of exhaustion that seeps into your bones, making even simple tasks feel like mountains. This profound physical fatigue, coupled with an unexplained sickness or general malaise, might not just be a sign of overwork or illness. It could be indicative of a spiritual attack, targeting your energy and vitality. The connection between our spiritual well-being and physical health is profound when under attack. It's vital to care for your body. As much as your spirit, prioritize rest, nourishing foods, and gentle exercise. Seek medical advice to rule out underlying conditions, but also consider spiritual practices like meditation or prayer to restore balance. Remember, your well-being is a holistic journey, intertwining the health of both body and spirit. Doubting God's goodness. Doubt is a natural part of the human experience, especially when faced with life's trials and tribulations. However, when doubt turns into a persistent questioning of God's goodness, it might signal a deeper spiritual struggle. This isn't just about fleeting moments of uncertainty. It's about a pervasive feeling that challenges the very foundation of your faith. This sign of spiritual attack aims to sever your connection with the divine, making you feel abandoned in your darkest hours. The antidote to this is to remember the moments of grace and kindness in your life, the times when you felt a guiding hand through your challenges. Reconnect with your faith community, share your doubts, and let their stories of faith and resilience remind you of the goodness that exists. Engaging in acts of kindness and service can also reignite your belief in the goodness that flows from God through each of us. Doubt can be a passage to deeper faith when navigated with honesty and courage. Negative, disturbing thought life. Our minds are powerful landscapes capable of creating worlds of both beauty and despair. When you find yourself trapped in a cycle of negative and disturbing thoughts, it can feel like you're in a maze with no exit. This isn't merely pessimism. It's an onslaught of dark thoughts that can overwhelm and distort your perception of reality. A classic sign of spiritual attack. These thoughts might invade your mind at unexpected moments, sowing seeds of fear, anger, or unworthiness. The key to breaking free from this mental prison is to recognize these thoughts for what they are: intruders, not truths. Start by grounding yourself in the present moment through mindfulness or meditation. Focusing on the simplicity of your breath, or the sensations around you, seek out scriptures or affirmations that uplift and affirm your worth and purpose. It's also essential to speak these struggles out loud, whether to a trusted friend, a spiritual mentor, or a professional counselor. Verbalizing these thoughts can diminish their power, bringing light into the darkest corners of your mind. Remember, the path to reclaiming your thought life is a journey. One step at a time. Thinking about going back to your old lifestyle change is a hallmark of spiritual growth, often requiring us to leave behind habits, behaviors, and even relationships that no longer serve our highest good. However, during times of spiritual attack, you might find yourself romanticizing your old lifestyle, contemplating a return to habits you've worked hard to overcome. This isn't just nostalgia. It's a targeted attempt to derail your progress and lure you back into a space where you are less connected, less aware, and perhaps less challenged. Facing this temptation head-on is crucial. Acknowledge the thoughts without acting on them, understanding. They are tests of your resilience and commitment to your spiritual journey. Reflect on the reasons you chose to change in the first place. Remind yourself of the growth you've experienced since then and the positive impacts it's had on your life. If you're struggling, reach out to your support network, friends, family, spiritual leaders, who can remind you of how far you've come and why it's worth staying the course. Sometimes hearing your own story of transformation through the voices of others can reinforce your resolve to not look back but to keep moving forward. Old emotional wounds from the past are resurfaced. Just when you thought you've healed and moved on, old emotional wounds unexpectedly resurface, bringing with them a flood of pain and memories. This isn't a simple setback. It's a spiritual attack aimed at reopening healed scars to make you question your progress and strength. Recognizing this allows you to confront these resurfaced wounds, not as defeats, but as opportunities for deeper healing. Engage in self-reflection or seek therapeutic support to process these emotions healthily. Embrace forgiveness, both for others and yourself, as a powerful tool for healing. This journey back through old wounds can ultimately lead to greater peace and a stronger, more resilient spirit. Battling with feelings of guilt, condemnation, and shame. Guilt, condemnation, and shame are heavy burdens that can distort our self-image and hinder our spiritual growth. When these feelings become overwhelming, it's often a sign of spiritual attack, aiming to trap us in a cycle of self-doubt and unworthiness. Remember, these emotions do not define you. Recognizing their source is crucial to overcoming them. Seek to understand the root of these feelings. Embrace the power of confession and forgiveness as steps towards liberation. Surround yourself with a supportive community that offers grace and reminds you of your intrinsic worth. Healing begins with the acknowledgement that you are deserving of love and forgiveness, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. Feelings of rejection, belonging, and loneliness seem to be heightened at times. Feelings of rejection and loneliness can become so intense. They seem to overshadow every aspect of life, making the quest for belonging feel like an insurmountable challenge. This heightened sense of isolation isn't just coincidental. It could be a spiritual attack designed to make you feel cut off from your community, and more importantly, from your spiritual anchor. Acknowledging these feelings as external attacks rather than truths about your worth is the first step towards overcoming them. Seek connection through community activities, spiritual gatherings, or outreach programs. Remember, the feeling of belonging starts with accepting yourself and recognizing that you are an integral part of a larger tapestry. Opening your heart to others and sharing your journey can bridge the gap between isolation and community, reminding you that you are never truly alone. Confusion over what you believe. Feeling uncertain about your beliefs can be disorienting, casting a fog over your spiritual path. This confusion isn't merely a phase of questioning. It may be a spiritual attack aimed at undermining your faith and convictions. Such moments of doubt can feel like you're losing your spiritual compass. The key to navigating this fog is not to force clarity, but to embrace the journey of discovery, engage with diverse perspectives, seek wisdom from trusted mentors, and allow yourself the space to question and explore. Remember, faith strengthened by questioning is often deeper and more resilient. Your beliefs refined through this period of confusion will emerge clearer and more meaningful than before, as we wrap up our exploration of the 10 signs of spiritual attack. Remember, the goal isn't just to identify these signs, but to empower ourselves to respond to them. If you've recognized any of these signs in your life, take heart. This awareness is your first line of defense, and the beginning of your journey towards spiritual resilience. Seek support, lean into your faith, and remember that you are not alone. Each step you take towards healing and spiritual strength is a victory. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May you move forward with courage, wisdom, and the peace that comes from knowing you're equipped to face whatever lies ahead.